So in this video, I'm going to go over 10 different types of essays. So this article was written by Jamie Burt, and Jamie Burt is a career coach with 4 years of experience helping job seekers navigate the job search through one-on-one coaching. So Jamie Burt writes, "Effective written communication is a necessary skill for many jobs, so professionals can convey a message by explaining or describing their ideas. One way to do this is with an essay, and several common types of essays help writers streamline their work into a piece that's clear, focused, and well organized. Learning about these different kinds of essays can help you write better and communicate your ideas more clearly." What are essays? Essays are long-form writing assignments that persuade or inform a reader about a particular topic. It is important to know which type of essay to use to deliver your message to readers. When you choose the type of essay most relevant to your topic, you can tailor your essay to your readers and be more organized. In some cases, such as school or job applications, someone decides which type of essay you write. Other times, you choose what type of essay to write. You may use an essay to convince readers to take your side, explore an abstract topic, or to evoke an emotional response. You often select an essay type based on what you're trying to accomplish. For example, if you want to teach the reader how to do something, you would use the process essay that breaks the directions into individual steps. Here are 10 different kinds of essays you may use in your writing. Narrative essay. Narrative essays tell a story and often are the most personal type of essay you can write. Narrative essays allow you to exercise creativity and imagination, and you can base them on a particular prompt, such as the first time you drove a car by yourself, or a more open-ended prompt, like the time you overcame a fear. You may submit a narrative essay, usually called a personal statement, for college, graduate school applications. You can use literary techniques in narrative essays to create an essay that reads like fiction. To do this, consider including metaphors, analogies, alliteration, imagery, and dialogue. A narrative essay generally has an opening that gets the reader's attention and provides enough background information for the story to make sense. A conclusion helps summarize the main point of your essay or reiterate your goals. For example, if you're writing a narrative essay for a job application, you would conclude by summarizing how your experience solidified your desire to become a lawyer. Second kind of essay, descriptive essays. Descriptive essays provide a detailed description of your subject. This may be a person, place, or thing. Descriptive essays, like narrative essays, allow for a more creative approach to writing. Unlike narrative essays, which provide a complete story, descriptive essays often focus only on the subject. When writing a descriptive essay, consider including vivid imagery and incorporate actions, thoughts, sensory details, and emotions to immerse the reader instead of simply explaining the situation or events. You can do this by using strong action verbs and unique descriptive adjectives. This can make your writing more engaging and help the reader feel more involved and connected to your essay. So if you write a narrative essay, you can write about how you overcame a fear. You still need to have an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. When you write a descriptive essay, you'd be describing a place, person, or thing. For instance, Los Angeles is a great place to live because of its beaches, mountains, and amusement parks. And then you would describe, using descriptive adjectives, why Los Angeles is a great place to live. An expository essay explains a topic neutrally. Writers use expository essays to demonstrate their knowledge or expertise in a certain area. Teachers often assign expository essays to test their students' understanding of a topic. These essays often avoid emotion or opinion and instead focus on factual information. For instance, if you're writing about environmental conservation, try to avoid claiming someone should do something or taking a stance on a controversial issue. Expository essays can take different formats, but they typically include an introduction with a thesis statement, explaining exactly what the essay will discuss, the body that details the facts of the subject, often citing sources, a conclusion that summarizes the main points. So if you wanted to write that environmental conservation, that would be the topic, is very important, that would be the opinion, because reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. Paragraph 2 becomes reason 1, paragraph 3 becomes reason 2, and so the 3 reasons become your body paragraphs. So when you write an expository essay, you use 5-paragraph essay structure, and you also avoid using, you have to keep it neutral, which means you cannot use first person case, I, my, we, us, our, and you cannot use second person case, you and your. Instead, to keep your expository essay neutral so that you have a professional tone, you use third person case, he, she, and they. So definition essay are a type of exposition essay that defines a term or idea. These essays typically examine complex or abstract topics and provide in-depth analysis and explanation. For instance, a definition essay might discuss what existentialism is or the meaning of quantum physics. Definition essays are common in academic and research settings. And so definition essay is a what is essay. What is existentialism? What is the meaning of quantum physics? And then your thesis statement would then be quantum physics is definition 1, definition 2, definition 3. And then your body paragraphs would be those definitions. Paragraph 2 would be definition 1, paragraph 3 would be definition 2, paragraph 4 would be definition 3. So that's a definition essay where you define a term or an idea. A process essay is another type of exposition essay that describes how to do something or how something works. You can write a process essay in chronological order to maintain organization and clarity. Process essays usually contain the following elements. An introduction. Introduce the process you will discuss. Body. These paragraphs describe each step in chronological order. Consider using transition words that signal where you are in the process. Conclusion. Finish your essay with a conclusion that summarizes the process to help the reader remember the most important idea of the document. And so, process essays are how to get rich, how to lose weight. And so, you lose weight by exercising, going on a diet, and getting enough sleep. And so step 1, step 2, step 3. First, you go on a diet. Second, you exercise. And third, you get enough sleep to avoid overeating. And so then your step 1, step 2, step 3 become part of your thesis statement, and then step 1, step 2, step 3 become your body paragraphs. And so a process essay tells you how to do something. A comparison-contrast essay. A compare and contrast essay discusses two subjects and details the similarities and differences between them. These essays include an introduction, at least one paragraph to explain the subject's similarities, and at least one paragraph to discuss the differences, and a conclusion. Compare and contrast essays are common in academic settings. An example of a compare and contrast essay is one describing the similarities and differences between bees and wasps. So if you wanted to say that the difference between bees and wasps are that bees sting people, wasps have, in other words, you would write about the differences or the similar. In my case, I prefer to write one essay in which you write 3 similarities and then another essay in which you write about 3 differences. Or you can compare 2 things that are similar. So you would say that Coca-Cola is better tasting than Pepsi because, and then reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. And so you can also use 2 different methods to write a compare and contrast essay. You can use the block method or the alternate method. So if you use the block method, then you would write about all of the differences of one object in one paragraph, and then you talk about the other object in the other paragraph. And so a compare and contrast essay would look like the 5-paragraph essay structure, where I would say that fruits are better tasting, fruits are better than vegetables because fruits can be mixed with chocolate, fruits are cheaper than vegetables, and fruits are more plentiful. There's more variety in the grocery store. So then you would have your 3 reasons, and then you would have paragraph 2, fruits are more nutritious. Paragraph 3, fruits are cheaper. And paragraph 4, fruits have more variety in a grocery store. So that would be a compare and contrast essay where you compare which item is better than the next. Argumentative essay. Try to convince the reader to take a certain side based on the information the writer presents. Argumentative essays rely on facts rather than emotion to sway the readers. For instance, an argumentative essay may discuss why companies should offer wellness packages as part of their benefits program. The essay can incorporate research about how regular exercise increases productivity and how people who eat well and work out take fewer sick days. Argumentative essays avoid first or second person statements. Rather, they support one side of an argument and may argue against other sides using objective information. You can use phrases like research suggests or according to the Centers for Disease Control to present the facts that support your argument. And so in an argumentative essay, you would write something like gun control is necessary because reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. And you, just like with the expository essay, you want to avoid first person case, I, us, my, we, and our. And you want to avoid second person case, you and your. And you want to use only third person case, he, she, and they, and you stick to the facts. And don't use emotion to sway the readers. A persuasive essay aims to persuade readers to have an opinion or take a side using facts and emotional appeals. To support an argument or cause, persuasive essays can include moral and emotional reasoning to connect to the reader. For example, a persuasive essay about the previous topic of companies including wellness packages in employee benefits may include appeals to employer satisfaction with providing an extra perk for their employees. It also could discuss employers' responsibility to ensure their employees have access to features that keep them healthy, or how excited and grateful employees are for the new benefits. And so in many cases, an argumentative essay and a persuasive essay overlap, because in both cases you take a side and you want to convince the reader of your point of view. The only difference is that in an argumentative essay you have a counter argument paragraph, and you have a rebuttal paragraph where you mention the other side. And so you would say something like, a lot of people think smoking is glamorous. A lot of teenagers think smoking tastes really good, especially if it comes in different flavors. And then you switch to your rebuttal. However, smoking is dangerous for a person's health because smoking causes lung, stomach, and throat cancer. So in an argumentative essay, you will mention the other side in order to remain objective. In a persuasive essay, you don't have to mention the other side, and you can use more emotion in order to sway the reader to your point of view. However, even if you appeal to emotion, you still have to avoid using first-person case and second-person case, and stick to third-person case for a more professional tone. Cause and effect essays. Cause and effect essays detail why certain events or situations led to other events. Writers create a clear connection between the two sets of events or circumstances and explain what features of the initiating event created the subsequent incidents. Cause and effect essays are types of expository essays, so they state facts and avoid subjective opinions. A cause and effect essay may examine how Charles Darwin's scientific discoveries led to the origin of new theories of social science, for instance. And so if you have a thesis statement for a cause and effect essay, you would say the causes of World War II were cause 1, cause 2, cause 3. And then you would write one essay about the causes. So the causes of World War III. Then cause 1 will be paragraph 2, cause 2 will be paragraph 3, and cause 3 will be paragraph 4, so that the three causes will become your body paragraphs. Or you could say the devastating effect of World War II on Europe was effect 1, effect 2, and effect 3. So I always tell students to separate the causes of the topic and write one essay on the causes of the topic, or and then write another essay on the effects of that topic. And then the causes become the body paragraphs, and or the effects become the body paragraphs, so that you would have a cause and effect thesis statement. The last kind of essay is a critical essay, also known as an evaluation essay. Critical essays provide an in-depth analysis of a topic. They can critique or evaluate paintings, books, movies, plays, or restaurants. Many college courses, especially literature and humanities courses, require critical essays as a way to test students' ability to think critically and identify evidence from a specific work that validates their observations. Critical essays use facts from the subject to justify an opinion. For instance, in a movie review, a writer would note a movie uses boring dialogue. They then would support that observation by citing specific lines from the film. So another name for a critical essay is the literary analysis essay, poetic analysis essay, or in real life, book reviews, movie reviews, or restaurant reviews, known as evaluation essays. And so whenever you evaluate or analyze a topic, or you critique, this movie is really good, or this movie is not really good, and then you tell why, that's known as a critical essay. Anytime you have to look through a piece of literature and state that Emily Dickinson Shirley Jackson in The Lottery makes good use of suspense, tone, and diction to create a somber ambiance in her horror story, The Lottery. That is a critical essay. So that then you would write one paragraph about the somber ambiance, another paragraph on the suspense, and another paragraph. So whatever it was, the three elements that I mentioned, then element 1 becomes paragraph 2, element 2 becomes paragraph 3, and element 3 becomes paragraph 4. So a critical essay is when you critique or evaluate books, paintings, movies, plays, or restaurants. So anytime you're reading the newspaper and you see a movie review, that's a critical essay. So these are the different kinds of essays that you're going to encounter in writing. Okay, you're going to encounter narrative essays where you write about an event that changed your life. You're going to write descriptive essays where you're going to use description in order to justify your thesis. You're going to have expository essays where you have to state facts to inform the reader about your topic. You're going to have definition essays where you're going to define a complex idea. Process essays teach the reader how to do something. Compare and contrast essays compare and contrast two similar things: two people, two sodas, two pieces of music. Argumentative essay uses facts in order to state a certain point of view, in order to convince the reader of your point of view. And in all of these essays, except for narrative, in all of these essays, you don't use first and second person case. You always use third person case for a more professional argument, for a more professional tone. Persuasive essay, unlike the argumentative essay, allows you to use more emotion. You can appeal to the reader's emotion in order to take a point of view. And just like the argumentative essay, the persuasive essay also convinces the reader of your point of view, and that only your point of view is the correct point of view. And then critical essay, and a cause and effect essay talks about the causes and effects of an event, and a critical essay critiques paintings, books, movies, and pieces of literature. So these are the 10 kinds of essays that you will encounter in English. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me.